Today what we're looking at is I've got a bulb warning light coming on and a brake warning light coming on, but both the bulbs are working, so we're going to pull the back of this apart and try and figure out what's going on. Right, so if I go and film what's going on, hopefully you can see at the back there. So no warning lights at the moment, but if I press the brake pedal, brake lamp left, you should see that that's actually working. Put the lights on, tail lamp left. So there's a problem with the left hand side, tail lamp right. So both tail lamps and the brake light. Okay. Now I'll have to check the footage, but hopefully you saw all the lights working. Right, so obviously the lights are working as you saw, but something's going on the van doesn't like. So I think the first point of investigation is to take these tail light units off and check the wiring, check any connections and check the bulbs, see if there's anything going on there. So on these it's quite simple, just 3 T25s. Now on these, a lot of the times on cars where you have to unscrew it this way, there'll be pins in this side to stop the whole, this corner from coming out. So try shifting it out, there you go, that way first. On my van, there were some pegs that slid out. So the wiring looks all right, so we'll get this plug off. It's a bit fiddly, this one. That all looks all right, nothing burnt or broken or backed out. Same as in there. Okay, so that looks all right. It's a bit of dirt and muck around here. I'll give that a bit of a clean up. But it all looks all right, nothing's broken. So the next thing is to get this bulb holder off. And it should just be these clips here, and then one at the top. Oh, well, there's a problem. Right, okay. Yeah, that all looks in good nick, but that someone's changed it for an LED, which is great. But the way this bulb system works is it's monitoring the current, or the amps, watts, whatever. And if it doesn't see enough draw, it assumes that the bulb's blown, because it's not seeing what it expects. That's a, what would that be, a 21 watt, probably a 21 watt and a 5 watt bulb. And this will be, no idea, it's not even branded. So it's a cheap bulb. And I've got no idea how much power that's drawing, but it'd be a lot less than a normal bulb. That's a fairly easy one, right? We can prove that. I'll get some bulbs. There, again, look. Other side's exactly the same. Cheap LED bulbs. I think you can get them. They've got like a resistor or something in, so it fools the bulb warning into thinking that there's a 21 watt bulb there. But fortunately, when I was looking at this van on the previous MOTs, there was a reoccurring problem, which was these indicator bulbs showing the wrong colour. So I don't know if you'll see this on camera. This is the bulb from the other side. I don't know if you'll better make it out, but sometimes this goes, it fades, but more often than not, this coating comes off. If you look at the colours, the two different colours. So if we put that in, this one, this is the old one. It's quite light, and sometimes these are really bad. You can lose like the top half of it. Got a wonky connection in, that's all right. We can adjust that pin. put a bit of tension on there. There you go, it's just making a poor connection with that centre pin. So that's like a little lever, and you can just get a screwdriver underneath it. Don't join these two together with a screwdriver because you'll blow the fuses. It's always good to give things a little wiggle when you put them together. But see, that's a better colour now. And actually in here, whether that was that bulb or a previous bulb, see, there's a bit of the... So I'll try and get that out with an airline, but if not, that is just entombed in that light now. Something worth mentioning is on these indicators, if you look at these pins, they're not directly opposite one another, they're offset, so this is an offset pin. Now on this light unit, it's only the indicators that are offset. Reverse light, fog light, stop and tail light are all parallel, normal standard bulbs. And on the brake light, because it's a twin filament, the pins are staggered, so you've got one higher than the other. You see a lot of cars where they've got a really bright side light on one side, and it's normally where they've got this somehow wedged in the wrong way, so the brake light's on all the time instead of the side light when they've got your headlights on. And then when you put the brake light on, all you're doing is lighting up the dimmer bulb, so you don't really notice any difference. So one's higher than the other, so if you look at inside the terminal, you'll see that the actual slots where these pins fit, one's lower than the other. It'd be difficult to see on camera, I should imagine, but this one here is probably about 5mm down, and that one there is maybe 8 or 9mm down. So obviously this one nearest the bottom is going to go this side. So when we put the bulb in, put it in like that, and then test it. If you change a bulb, test it. So what should happen now is I'll put the side lights on, which will be the dim one, and then I'll put the brake light on, and that should be the brighter one. So, ignition on, side light first, it should be the dim one. There you go, and if I put my foot on the brake, that should be the bright one. I've got no idea if that works or not. Got a bulkhead, can't see anything. But there we have it. So nice easy fix, no warning lights. Right, so now we finally test it, or final test. It's already running. So brake light on. No warning light. And then if we put the lights on, no warning lights. My MOT problem was miscoloured bulbs. Still look a bit white for my liking, but what can you do? That was a nice easy one. I was expecting a bit of a wiring marathon when I started this video, but sometimes it just goes to show it's just not that way. It's just sometimes it's easy. And bulbs. I've had it before where a stop and tail light bulb was blown. So the customer, every time he put his foot on the brake, his dash lights lit up, and it was just the filament had broken on one end, flipped across to the side lights. So when he put his foot on the brake light, applied power to the brake light circuit, it then connected to the tail light circuit, which brought his dash lights on. So yeah, can sometimes be as simple as a bulb, but just test. Make sure you put the bulb in the right way round, and look at it. Get someone else to press the pedal. You don't need to be doing that because you know what you're looking for. Make sure they're both the same. Stop light is obviously brighter than the tail lights, and you can't go far wrong. But yeah, them indicators ain't as orange as I'd like, but maybe that's another story. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.